Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Hear me?
Yes.
Good morning.
Okay. Okay, we still have 4 minutes before noon time. Okay, we have Jeffrey, right? And we have
Yes.
Matthew. Jeffrey, can you introduce yourself a little bit?
Introduce myself? Sure.
Yeah,
Here, hold on.
just chatting, okay, informal. Yeah, you want to show picture? It's okay. Hi, how are you?
Hi. Well, hi, I'm Jeff Gitta.
Uh-huh.
I'm taking computer science through the 3+1 program, and this is my last semester.
Oh, okay.
And
You enjoy the school here?
yeah. Mm-hmm.
How long did you take this one for you? How many years?
Well,
Since you
now it's
start?
been about 4 years.
4 years. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, it's great. I mean, I never had a bachelor's degree in my life. I've had associate.
It's okay. Yeah, it's okay. Degree with degree or not, actually nowadays not so important. The most important part is the skill and knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, skill and knowledge. And computer is revolutionized a lot of things. And I would say computer is just like a language. It's so powerful and almost like everybody needing. It's like English now, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you don't know about English, you basically cannot do anything. Computer is something like that. Okay. How about Matthew? How about Matthew?
Hi.
Yeah.
Hi. I'm Matthew.
Yes.
I'm also, this is my last semester, my senior year. It's a 3+1 program, just like
Yes.
Jeffrey is. And yeah, it's taken me 4 years that this is my fourth year in college. And yeah.
Okay. Okay. We still have 2 minutes. And you enjoy school here?
Yes, I am. I am enjoying school here.
Okay. I have been to Chicago once.
And I didn't like
I've
having
been
my
to
jet
in,
privilege.
hello. Hello. Yeah. When you get in, you can mute yourself. Okay. And when we need you to talk, you actually turn on your microphone. Usually it's something like that. Okay. So that we don't hear the background noise. Okay. So here we don't hear the background noise. And welcome. Okay. Welcome everybody. So next one, let me have Anam. Okay. Anam, could you talk about yourself? We still have 2 minutes. This is just informal chatting. Okay. Informal chatting.
Hi. My name is Anam, and
Yeah.
this is my last year in the 3+1 program for computer science. And yeah,
Okay.
I live in Chicago.
Yeah, I've been to Chicago only once. I'm currently living in Fremont.
Oh, okay.
Fremont, California. So in the Bay Area, San Francisco Bay Area. And Tesla's original headquarters is in Fremont. But maybe last year, they moved to Texas, Austin. Okay, but before that, actually, Fremont has a few companies as the headquarters. Tesla is one of them. Okay, I think we still have 1 minute. Okay, so I have been living in Bay Area, maybe, let me see, 25 years so far. 25, yeah, about 25 years. I have been in US for 30 years. Before that, I was born in Taiwan and raised in Taiwan and had my bachelor in Taiwan University. And then I come to US for graduate study. And then since then, I have been here. Okay, let's get started. We are 10 o'clock now. Okay, we're 10 o'clock. I'm sorry, my time, okay? I'm sorry. 10 is my time, the Pacific time. So it should be noontime Central time. So let's actually get started with the syllabus, okay? So this is maybe the number 7 years that I teach this course. I teach the first time is 2017 on this one. And this is the seventh year. And I have been using different curriculum. This one is the second curriculum I'm using. Okay, so this course, welcome to this course, computer science 46K course, programming languages. And we are using the textbook of structure and interpretation of computer programs. Okay. Okay, so here my name is Eric Chow. Okay, Chow is a big family. I would say maybe somewhere around 50 millions of people. Okay, for the whole world. So if you see some people whose last name is CHOW, okay, GHOW, this is the same last name. Okay, this is the same last name, just because that some people from Hong Kong, some people from mainland China, some people from Taiwan, and I was born in Taiwan, so this is CHOU. Okay, Chow. Some people pronounce it as Chew. I'm okay. I actually don't mind. Okay, and I graduated from National Taiwan University from the Department of Computer Science and Engineering. So I majored in computer science and engineering in my bachelor degree. And then after that, I served 2 years in Taiwan's Navy. And I was been to some submarine ship and also been on some destroyers before, handling the underwater weaponry, something like sonar and torpedoes. Okay. And after that, I came to USC to finish my master degree and PhD degree in electrical engineering and computer science. And then after that, okay, I'm sorry. And then I'm currently a IEEE senior member. Okay, so I teach with Lewis University for right now it's actually 6-7 years, and then part-time. Okay, only part-time. I'm a part-time adjunct faculty, and then besides that, I also teach some high school students for computer science programs. Programming and user code, USA Computing Olympia, the competitive programming. And this year I have one female student that I coached. She actually got admitted to MIT. Okay, that's what we have this year. And my hometown is located in San Francisco Bay Area. And I say that we have headquarters of the Tesla and some high-tech company, and then across the bridge is Palo Alto. I work for Hewlett Packard Lab. That's my first job as a researcher over there, and then move around several startup companies. Okay, so I pretty much know about the startup culture quite well. Okay, so that's actually Tesla. This is the Fremont site. Okay, this is a Fremont site of Tesla. Used to be the General Motor, and then it got acquired by Toyota for maybe 10 years, and then Toyota moved out and become Tesla site. Okay, and then I was born, my hometown. When I was born in Hsinchu City. If you don't know about Hsinchu City, it is actually a city about 50 miles south of the capital of Taiwan, the Taipei. It is the, I would say, worldwide capital of silicon right now, because we have the most number of the silicon fabrication services factory over there. TSMC, Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Corporation, is in my hometown. Okay, so I grew up in a high-tech city, and then I go to Taiwan University to finish up my my bachelor degree. Okay, so this is my city, and there are maybe 30 something February high-tech company over there. Okay, and a lot of foundry. And this one actually is the relationship of this course, programming language, with other courses. Okay, let me adjust my seat. So usually when you come to the computer science department, the first thing that you learn is some some introductory programming, maybe Python 1, Python 2, okay? Depending on the school. Some school use Python, some school use Java, some school use C, C++. So it's recommended that you finish the introductory programming course, say Python 1. Python 1 usually in the structural programming, and then Python 2, object-oriented programming, and then Python 3, or programming language 3, that is data structure plus algorithm. And then this one programming language, programmatics, is considered to be the number 4 programming language. Okay, and then the next course, that if you still want to do more detailed programming course, that would be the compiler design. Okay, so this is the course sequence. Usually, a university suggests to be something like this. Okay, so this is the value of this programming language. It actually is a summary of all the programming knowledge that you learn. Also, actually is a gateway to the next level, to the language translation. Okay, so it's responsible for knowing the language structure and the language interpretation, compilation. And programming language knowledge is to define what is a language, and then how this language should be executed, and then how you translate from one language to the other. Is that okay so far? Is that okay so far? So some people believe that, some people consider that programming language is not so important because it's some required course that you need to take in college so that you can graduate. Okay, but it actually is not. It actually is a very important course. I would say it's one of the core course that every student in computer science need to take. Say computer architecture, that's one course you need to take at least. Programming language, you need to take. Operation system, these are minimum course you need to take. Database, these are minimum course you need to take. And also discrete math and algebra. Okay, so computer science courses are like this: language, hardware, system, and theory, 4 major branches. Is that okay so far?
Yeah, that's okay so far.
Okay, so this is the introduction of what is this course, okay, programming language. And we teach you the mechanism of the programming language. So you need to know about programming, and also prepare you to solve the problem in the language compilation and the translation, okay? So for the whole semester, I will need you to know Python pretty well. Okay, we pick Python because we need to, some programming language course, some people teach the programming course, they would require you to learn 20 programming languages. Okay, so maybe actually, okay, more maybe a lot of languages, okay? I used to teach it in that way, but basically different language, there are so many languages, and usually students got lost because they don't know what is important and what is not important. So we changed the way of teaching programming language by using focus on one language and knowing all of the aspects of the language, of the programming language. Say we need to study the Python inside out, okay? So we choose different strategy. So Python is very important. It's the language that we choose. And we hope that when students finish this course, their Python should also be at their best, okay? Okay, so that is the this course connected with other courses. Now, next one is that how is the organization of this curriculum? Okay, so before we go into this portion, let's look at the textbook. There are 2 textbooks primarily I'm using, okay? One is this one called Programming Language Pragmatics. So when I teach the first time, 2017, I'm using this textbook. And I use this one for maybe 4 or 5 years to 20, maybe 20, so 4 years, maybe. Okay, so this one talk about the mechanism, that's pragmatics. It means mechanism or a programming language. So I have been using that one for 4 years. And then, and then I decided to change it to this one called Structure and Interpretation of Computer Programs. Okay, this one second edition. And we are not exactly using this copy. Okay, this one actually is a book textbook by MIT. Okay, by MIT, but it's the MIT version is teaching you the scheme language. Okay, scheme language, but scheme language actually is not too popular. So I decided not to use a scheme. We use a Python. Okay, but Python, there's no textbook on Python on this topic. So our reference course, if you want to find a reference course to help yourself, you can come to Google and you type CS6018, okay? And this one called Structure and Interpretation of Computer Programs. This one is a book. This one is a course for UC Berkeley. Okay, so this website is open and they have a lot of material. We are not teaching the same thing, okay? Similar topic, but not the same thing. So it's not 100% the same, okay? But I use my own way to teach. The topic is similar, but not exactly the same. Is that okay? So let me copy this one, CS61A course. And it is a language interpretation using Python language, okay? So we are teaching you the programming language at the world-class level, okay? World-class level, that means that similar quality of the course from Berkeley, from MIT, okay? We are not teaching you some of the low-end course. Okay, so this one, the textbook, so there are two textbooks, okay, two textbooks. And let me show you where they are. So when you get into the course, okay, I don't need you to buy it, okay, but you are welcome to get a copy, okay? You're welcome to get a copy. But it's not necessary, okay, not a must. So you come to here, you to see the course image, right? Course shell, and there's a syllabus. So you click on syllabus. So there's a syllabus video you can watch. Okay, they are textbook. So these are the textbook link, right? So under here, you textbook link. So you can, there are a few different versions. So if you need the Python, there's a PDF for Python language. So you can actually click it. There is a textbook for Python. This one called Introduction to Computing using Python. It's the textbook for Python language, Python 1, 2, 3 for UC Irvine. They are using this one as the textbook. Okay, so if you need the Python introductory textbook, this one is the Python textbook. So if you need to know about the language here, and then we have the structure and the interpretation of the this textbook. Okay, this is structure and interpretation of computer program. So there is a scheme version. So scheme version is used by MIT course. Okay, so this one you can download scheme, but I don't recommend this. I do not recommend this one. There's a version for JavaScript version. This one I recommend it. Okay, because JavaScript is more useful right now. So here there is a JavaScript version of the same textbook. Okay, this one you can download to look at it. So if you want this one, and there's also a online version. So online JavaScript version. Okay, this one is probably the most convenient version. So basically, I give you all of the whole collection of the textbook possible, and you do not need to buy it. but you are welcome to get a hard copy if you need it. Okay. And then the other textbook, Programming Language Pragmatics, here you do have another copy. Okay, you can actually also download it. Are these necessary? Yes. So when you work on some homework, I would say this textbook will be necessary. You need to read some of the chapter in order to be able to answer the questions. Okay, so that some reading will be needed. Okay, any questions so far about the textbook? Okay, so these two textbooks is what we use, okay? And in terms of the topic that we are going to cover, so here there is a syllabus, right? This is our schedule. Let me try. Okay, so the week one is introduction, right? Week one is introduction. Week two, week three, week four. Week two, week three, week four. These are talking about the structure of a language. Okay, so data type, okay, and the name, scope, binding, and environment. Okay, and then chapter 4 is on imperative programming. Okay, so the first few chapters are the basic programming language structures. Okay, so basically right here, you need to, the first 4 weeks, you need to know Python inside out. Okay, you need to know Python inside out. Give you 4 weeks to do that. And then chapter 6, this week 6, week 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, you can see that 5 and 6 are on object-oriented programming. So that's one programming paradigm. Okay, and then 7, 8, 9 teaching functional programming. That's another programming paradigm. So basically, in this course, we teach you imperative programming paradigm. That's a structured programming. And then we teach you object-oriented programming. That's actually the second programming paradigm. Third one, we teach you functional programming paradigm. So in the all courses, people teach you Python, C, C++, JavaScript, and then these are imperative programming. Object-oriented programming, they teach you Smalltalk, okay, Smalltalk, Java, and then maybe some other object language, okay? And then functional programming, they teach you Scheme, also Lisp, okay, sometimes they also teach you logical programming, Prolog, okay? So there are so many different languages, but they try to teach you different programming paradigm as well. But for us, we just pick Python, one language to do it. Because Python have all of the feature we need. And it's more practical, more useful. Is that okay? Any question? Okay, so first few weeks up to the week 9, we are working on imperative programming, object-oriented programming, functional programming. Then that's the language part we finish. Then after that, we go into language translation. Language translation means that you are going into compiler design, language translation. So lexical analysis, syntax analysis, interpreter design, okay, and project. So this is the second half of the course, focus on the language translations. So first part is language structure. Second part is language translation. Is that okay? So far, making sense? And the textbook is upside down, okay? Textbook, I have to say, is upside down. For this textbook, programming language pragmatics, they teach you translation first, and then they teach you the so-called programming language structure later. So you kind of, when you read the book, you need to look at the second part first, and then go back to the first part. You got to spend some effort. So that's actually look at the textbook. Let me see. Okay, one moment. Okay, what's this one? The one I think on the internet is the third edition. Okay, but the one that I'm teaching is fourth edition. But it's okay. Okay, because I don't need you to buy the textbook. So you just need to find the chapter that you need, right? But if you want to buy a new one or rent a new one, that's okay. That's up to you. Okay, let's look at the left-hand side. We do have the bookmark, okay? So you see that the part one, it has a foundation and then introduction of the language, programming language syntax, okay? Syntax analysis, semantics analysis, target machine structure. So this portion is the compilation. Okay, so it's the second half that we have. So this textbook teach you the translation first. And then part two, control flow, data type, subroutine, data abstraction, and object orientation, and then programming paradigms. This is actually the first half we have. So it's upside down. Okay, it's upside down. Okay, you need to look at the second part first. And second part is easier than first part. So that's why we actually, for myself, I changed the order. Is that okay? Hello, is that okay?
Yeah, that's okay.
Okay. And so this course basically there are fundamentals, okay, and we need to know about the programming languages, data type, memory model, programming paradigms, and interpretation. So quite a few different topics. So when I say the next course will be the compiler, right? So compiler actually is up to our teaching up to this course. It go into more focus on this portion and design a compiler. Okay, so that's the connection you go to. Okay. Okay, so for the syllabus is something that is this time the different weeks. Okay. And they are quiz, they are assignments. So quiz usually is a multiple choice. Okay. And some quiz problem maybe is a fill in. You have to figure out the right answer. And I should say all the answer will be in the textbook or in my slices. So you have to find it. Okay, you have to find it. And then there are assignments. Okay, assignment. These are programming assignments. And there are also discussion. Okay, there are also discussion. So every week there's a topic that you can discuss. Okay. And besides that, there are also project, 3 projects. Project 1, 2, and a turn project. Okay. Okay, and then how we give you grade is like, okay, each quiz and assignment you get some point, right? So you sum up totally, say at the end of the semester, okay, you may end up to be, okay, that's assume that you may end up to be 4,700 points. You may end up to be 4,700 points, right? And we use a base point of 4,500. Okay, but total point that you can get is 5,000 points. Okay, here are different points that you can earn. Okay, there's a 500 point class participation point. Usually this one I'm using it to curve the whole class. So there's a 500 point that I use to curve the whole class. So the total point that the whole course, all the homework will have is 4,500. Okay, and then there's a 500 point I'm going to give you as the curve point, but I don't give you 500. Sometimes I give you 100. Sometimes I give you 200, based on the whole course, the whole class's performance. okay? And you will earn point, basically each one you get some point, but some student earn more than the base point, yes. And then we use the total point you get divided by this one, and if you get 90, then you get A. Is that okay? Is that okay? Does that
Yeah,
make
that's
sense?
okay.
So it's an accumulated point system. You keep earning point, okay? You keep earning point, but do not copy, okay? There are some students try to copy homework from other students or from previous year or something. That's not welcome, okay? If there's a copy, someone violate that, I may give you a 0, okay? Don't copy. Try your best, okay? Try your best. And how I give you this curve point, usually I'll control A to be around 1/3 to 2/3 of the student. But depending on how good the class is, I control A to be around this range. and then say that's assume that half of the student got A. And then there may be another actually 1/3 got B. And then the rest of them maybe got C or worse. Okay, that's the I use this curve point to control so that the class distribution is like that. Usually people who got C are someone who missed many homework. B are someone who actually doing some homework, but usually not completed or actually just trying to meet the minimum requirement and not trying hard. Okay, A student, as long as you work hard and you do study, usually you will be able to get it. Okay, based on my past experience, that's how I control using the final 500 point to control the students' grade. But I cannot curve more than this. No, I do not curve more than this. Okay, is that okay so far?
That is okay so far.
And due date. There's a check. Okay, due date. Okay, due date is every week. There's a subject due date. Okay, and our last day is our last day. Let me check the calendar. Okay, our last day is. Let me check the calendar. It actually is. Should be April 29th is a Saturday. 30th is Sunday. Okay, so our last due day, absolute due day, absolute due day is April 30. This year is April 30, 11:59 p.m. Central Time. Anything past this time, I'm not going to count it. Is okay? Anything before this time, I will grade it. Okay, so let's see. If you say week 4, there are some homework you need to do, but you are late. Say you actually submitted on week 14. I will still grade it, maybe give you some deduction, but still grade it. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's okay.
So just try your best, but do not pile up things so that the last week you try to finish the whole thing. You cannot. There are so many things, so you cannot finish on the last day. No, but anything before this time, I guarantee you I'll grade. No matter that the last week you submit me the week 1 assignment, I will still give you some point, even though may have some deduction, but I still give you some. So this give you some flexibility. If you actually not able to finish something, you can still submit it later. Is that okay? But after this time, sorry, no matter what you say, I'm not going to count it. April 30, 2023, Central Time, Okay, 11:59 p.m. Okay, past the midnight. Sorry. I'm not going to grade anything after that. Anything before that, I'm going to grade it. Okay. And so it is give you some flexibility, but try not to be late, always delay. And if you submit homework earlier than the week, is that okay? Okay, I will still grade it. Okay, say week 4, you submit week 8 homework. Is that okay? Yes, that's okay. That's welcome. On your own pace. Is that okay? So this give you more flexibility because this one is primarily an online course. So you do not need to depend on me to proceed. You just keep doing things, keep studying, keep doing things, okay? And lecture. Let me talk about lecture. Lecture, because there are a lot of material that we need to finish. So all of the lecture are pre-recorded. So you go to the week 1, okay? Week one, they are introduction. You need to read it, objective, okay? To do this, you need to do. So go to the instructional material, and here you do have the lecture. So you click on this. So this one is pre-recorded video. Okay. So usually this video, each week's video, they are about maybe 2 hours or maybe more than 2 hours. So it's quite long. Okay, quite long. So you have to finish it. And then the PDF you can always download. They are PDF. You can always download the PDF. So do you need to take a lot of notes? No, there's not a lot of notes you need to take. Essentially, all the slices I have on the GitHub site, and you can download. You can just download it. Is okay? All of these are downloadable. Okay? And some of the chapter have the sample code. You can also download the sample code to study. Okay? There are also sample code that you can study. So video are all online, and then sample code are all online. You all can all download it. Okay. So this is chapter 1 because it's introduction, so there is no sample code. Let's look at chapter 2, week 2. I'm sorry. So let's look at week 2. The two same thing. You go to the instructional material. There's a video. There's a YouTube link. There's an in-class demo code. Right? You download this demo code. You can run it. And their study material also have PDF and sample code you can download. Okay. And the video is quite long. Okay, quite long. Maybe usually it's 2 hours or more. So it takes a while for you to finish it. We teach you in a lot of details. Okay. Then Monday. So Monday, what's the purpose of the meeting we have right now here? Okay. Since we have a class meeting, we have a room, right? We have a room, and every week we meet. So the lecture is given pre-recorded. And the purpose of this Monday session is for discussion. We are assuming that you study and you do have some question about homework, about the material in the class. And usually this Monday session, we are used to discuss those topics. Is that okay? So it saves time. I don't want to repeat teaching chapter 1, this is blah, 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 blah. Okay. And then second, this whole thing, I already teach it last year, right? So I'm repeating every year, teaching the same thing. If I just giving you lecture material. So Monday noontime, we meet every week. So right now, say right now, you come back and let me know what's your problem. You have that question, and I answer you questions. And also, if you need help in programming, I will help you in programming. Or if you need me to talk about some concept, I'll cover some concept. in something that you don't know in the course material. Is that okay? Otherwise, the teaching, I don't want to repeat it because it's wasting your time, wasting my time, just actually reading the textbook or reading the material over and over. And most of the time, you just need more assistance in the course material, in the homework, right? Any question? Let me see, there's a question. Attendance this Monday, no, I don't. Because we have 35 students, so I don't take records of who attend the Monday session or not. It's not mandatory, but usually I welcome it because if I know you better, sometimes I may have bias in grading, right? I'm human. I have to say it. I'm human. So if I know you better, maybe you have that advantage. Okay, the other question is the end where, let me see. Will we not have any meeting next week because we don't have class? So if the next week is a holiday, I don't have holiday. I still open my door, okay? And you are not required to come, but I still open my door. We are online. Is that okay? The purpose of the Monday is to help you. So we don't, for myself, I don't say, oh, this is a holiday, so you don't have question. No, every student sometimes run into trouble, right? So they need help. And if you have some question, you need to have some help. In addition to the class meeting, how can you reach me? There are a few ways you can reach me, okay? Number one, you can use email. So my email address is, you can contact me using school email, echow at, so E is Eric, CHOU, my last name, at Louis u.edu, right? And second email you can reach me is echow 510. 510 is my area code, 3 months area code, okay, at gmail.com. And usually I read the second one more because I'm a adjunct professor. I'm not full-time with Louis, so I read this email more, okay? Besides that, you can also reach me through Facebook, okay? Through Facebook. Okay, so Facebook, how can you reach me? You actually say, HTTP, okay, facebook.com/Dr. as Dr. Eric Chow. That's it. That's my Facebook link. Is that okay? And message me here. Usually this is the best way to find me. The fastest way to find me is using the messenger for Facebook because I read it real time. So if I have time to answer you, I will answer you, okay? Is that okay? This can also reach me. So let me type into the chat box. It's HTTP facebook.com/Dr. Dr. Eric Chow. Okay, that's my website, my Facebook site, and some student type to here, that would be faster. Okay. Any questions so far? Any other questions so far?
I actually do a quick question. Is there a
Yes.
final exam for this class?
Well, no, you said no. There's a final project.
Okay.
I'm going to talk about project later. Okay.
All right.
There's no final exam. There's a weekly quiz. So there's a weekly quiz there's a weekly, okay, bi-weekly quiz, not weekly quiz. Bi-weekly. So every 2 weeks there's a quiz. Every 2 weeks there's an assignment. And then every week there's a discussion. But usually this discussion, if you do not say, usually I will give full score on discussion. It's just talking about some topic that we cover in class. Okay. But do not tell me that, okay, Donald Trump with some problem. Okay, that's not something we should discuss. Okay. Is that okay?
Yeah, that makes sense. Thank you.
Something related to the course, okay? Don't go too far. Or like Yankee baseball team has some problem. That's not discussion, okay? Okay, that's the discussion. And then project, we have 3 projects. Project 1, project 2, project 3, okay? Project 3 is the term project. Project 1 is actually 200 point, a programming code, a project. Project 2, 300 point, okay? Term project is bigger, 800 points, 100 proposal point, 700 final result point. Okay, so let's look at the projects. So you see, there are a lot of things that you need to do. Okay, our purpose is to train you to be quite good in this field. Okay, so first project is a performance matrix measurement project. Okay. So basically, this one, project 1, is a programming project. You need to analyze the different sorting algorithm. Selection sort, insertion sort, bubble sort, merge sort, quick sort. Okay, you need to write them in Python. Okay, so this one is the first project. Do not call the quick sort from somebody else. No, don't do that. Okay, I need you to do the quick sort sorting by yourself. Do not copy. Okay, don't copy the coding from some library. I want you to learn the language. I want you to learn sorting, how to write sorting. So do not copy from some textbook or somewhere. You need to memorize it. Okay. Is that okay? Okay, that's number 1. Number 2 project is a try project. It's a dictionary using try project. Okay, this one to 300 points. So number 1 is on programming language. Number 2 is on data structure. Okay, and then final project. Final project is a open-ended project. So final project. Okay, let me use the slides. So final project, you need to work on some project. And what is the topic you should choose? There's no limit of the topic. It's an open-end project. Whatever related to programming language, whatever related to a compiler or something will be acceptable. Okay, so you need to find your own object. So for the object, are there individual or any? It's all individual project. We don't need you to do group programming. Okay. Okay, so term project is the most essential part of this course. Okay, the purpose of this term project is we want to train you so that you can handle a project by yourself. Okay, and why we don't want to have a team project, because usually team project there are 3 people, 4 people, but usually it ends up that 1 or 2 person are working on it. Some people just depend on the other guy. So that is not fair usually. And our purpose is one that is to train everybody to be a quality coder. So that's why my philosophy is trying to give everybody the chance to do it. No matter how humble your project is, just try your best. Is that okay? Okay. So we actually need you to work on the term project. And the term project, the topic is actually open-ended. So you can you can start a term project right now. You do not need to wait until the week 16 to work on the term project. You can try to find out a term project right now, starting from now. Okay, so that's a see. Actually, let me give you some example. Okay, let me give you some example. Okay, so let me see. For the past every semester that I teach, here you will see that a video. Okay, there are videos, so you can look at the videos. Okay, these are the teaching or meeting notes we have before. Okay, so let's see. These are some meeting notes we have. Let me see. This one. Let me try some earlier years. Record this session. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay. So the past years recording are all there. Okay, I'm sorry, I cannot find a term project example. Okay, let me try to use another example. Not in this course, but in the robotics. Okay, let me show you the robotic project. So the robotic course, I do have the term project. Okay, let's pick the 2020 project. So students project, say, I don't know who this one is. Okay, let me. So they prepare a term project, and then they work on the robot, and then send me a YouTube link. Okay, these are Louis' students. Okay, so they work on it and demonstrate their feature. Okay, so the end result, we want student to work on some project like this. All this robot arm, right? Okay, how comes this one I cannot zoom it? I'm sorry. Okay, how comes that I cannot zoom it? Okay, something like this. Okay, something like this. These are some past projects on robotics. Okay, so programming language is the same. Programming language course is the same. You try to find some topic that related to programming language. Say, let's assume that there's maybe some student pick a programming language like, okay, let's me design a compiler, translate from C language to Java language. And I try to write a translator. Is that okay? That's okay. But this one is actually very tough, right? Not easy. This one is a tough project, okay? It's not easy. And there's a student who designed a language, Morse code. I forget how to spell. Wait, I'm sorry. Morse code is M-O-R-S-E, right? I forget how to spell it, okay? Morse code is used by the Navy and military, right? Is that Morse code? Yeah, Morse code. So he actually worked on the Morse code translator. Is that okay? That's okay. Last year, there's a student who write a translate between the Morse code and the English. That's welcome. This is one good example of the 10 project. Okay, so this one is also possible. There's no limit of what kind of a translator you want to do. Everything is okay, but you need to find your project idea. Okay, and we do give you some initial point that you can think about. say you can design a scheme language interpreter, that's okay. If you want to design something called prolog interpreter, that's okay, right? So language interpreter, that's one possible category that you can do. Or single instruction assembler, right? Assembler, if you can write an assembler, but this one is more hardware related, right? So if you say, I try to write an assembler for RISC-V, is that okay? That's okay. Okay, and some students work on the GeoJSON visualizer. You look at GeoJSON file and then put it into the visualizable format. Is that okay? That's okay. Anything that you translate some language to the other, that's considered to be a programming language project. Okay. We look at the creativity. We do not look at how difficult it is. Okay. So scheme language interpreter, we will teach you how this interpretation, but you can look at some example. Okay. And single instruction computers assembler. Okay. Subtract. Okay. And jump if less than or equal to. This instruction can be used for a single instruction interpreter. Okay. So usually we have RISC machine. We have the 6 machine, right? 6 machine usually have maybe 200 or 500 instructions, but one instruction can replace them. This is the subtract less than or equal to. So this one instruction assembler is okay. Some students do it before. Okay. So something like this, okay, these are just examples. And then input the GeoJSON data structure, output the graphic representation. Is that okay? That's okay. This one, as long as you translate from a language format to the other, that's actually okay. So you can start to think about the idea, okay, as creative as possible. Okay, as creative as possible. As long as it's related to programming language, it's fine. Schedule on week 10, we need you to turn in one proposal. And the proposal is 100 points. Week 16, you need to turn in the final project, okay? And for proposal, what is needed in the proposal? In the proposal, you need to tell people your project idea and title. What would be the deliverable? What you want to deliver? What is the tool you want to do? What is the other material or machine that you want to use? And your schedule. So the purpose of proposals is this. Say you work for a company, right? And you are asking for your VP of engineering for some budget to work on some project. Then you need to write a proposal. So the proposal is something like that. How you use the proposal to persuade your boss to give you the budget or money to work on some project. Is that okay? Hello, is that okay?
That's okay.
The purpose why we want you to do this because that most of you are senior student, right? After your graduation, you go to some company. Then you need to know how to write proposals. Make good proposals. Okay. So a proposal usually is at least one Word file. Okay. You use a Google Doc, that's okay. That's acceptable. One PDF file, that's okay. But do not just write one sentence for me. That's too short, okay? At least usually it's a 2 pages, 3 pages proposal. That's typical range of the proposal. But also do not copy from a a journal paper into the proposal. That's not what I want, okay? What I want is like, you just need to let me know what you want to do and what is the schedule you want to work on the project, okay? And then what's the deliverable, what at the end you want to deliver. So this one is still on week 10, but do not start from week 10, okay? You can start right now. Right now, you can start to think about what you want to do. Okay, that's a proposal. And then the final report is on week 16, before April 30, midnight, 11:59 Central Time. Before that, you need to give me the final report. So this final report is, you need to tell me what you have done. What you have done. So proposal is something you ask for your budget, right, from your boss. Final report is you need to present your result. So in order to present your result, you need to have a video, but do not send me a big MP4, okay? That's too big. I don't need you a MP4. I just need you to send me a YouTube link. So upload your video to YouTube or some website that can host your video, and then give me the link. That will be enough. Or if you don't work on the YouTube video, you can also give me the Google Slides or PowerPoint. These are presentation files. So I need you to give me the presentation. And the final report is also a Word or PDF to write down what you have done, you have finished, and also tell us what are the technical problem you have solved. Okay, so the report is in more detail about where you get your information and how you solve the problem. It's more like technical writing. Presentation just need to show me what is the end result you have. And then third one, you need to also give me the technical file. So send me Python code or send me C++ code or design schematic. So everything together, you actually zip it into a big file and send to the website. Okay, is that okay?
That's okay.
And that's the final report. And this final report is worthy of the 700 point. Proposal 100 point. Okay, proposal 100 point. Proposal's purpose is training you so that after you graduate, you go to a company, you know how to propose some project. And the final report is how you represent your result. Okay, so that's why we do not have a final exam. We do have final project, and we do have 2 programming projects. Okay. Any questions so far? And these different slices, they all be downloadable from the website. Okay, from the course shell. All of these material, you should be able to find the project 1, project 2, and 10 project. You can always find it. And as I say, they are due date, but if you work on the project earlier than required time, that's okay. That's okay. I'll grade it. Okay, I'll grade all of them. Okay. And this course, I would say there are a lot of work you need to work on, but it's a very worthy course. You'll train you quite well. Okay. For some student who may need help in Python, okay, you need to spend more time to learn Python. So download the textbook, trying to learn the Python language. Okay. So that download the textbook, and there's a coding practice website called Coding Bet. Okay. Self-training site called Coding Bet. So you actually, if you need to train yourself for coding, try this Coding Bet Python. Okay, so it's Coding Bet Python. Okay, if you are not too efficient in Python, you can work on this coding with Python. Okay. If you are true beginner, okay. If you are true beginner, you can use a solo learn Python. True beginner, okay, I'm sorry. Should be this one, okay? If you are true beginner of Python, this is for true beginners. Okay, it's also free. Okay. This one. Oh, okay. So maybe this one. Okay, whatever. You can try to learn it from the Python. Is that okay to ask me Python questions? Yes, I teach a lot of students for Python language. Okay, so don't worry. Any question can be asked if you don't know about a language. Okay. I have 2 kids. Okay, I have 2 kids. One 23. He's working for Visa right now. Okay, he graduated from University of California Irvine campus. Okay, and then he worked for State Farm. State Farm is in Illinois. Okay, and after that he worked for Visa. So I have two kids. My elder son is working for Visa. He worked for State Farm before. This is my elder son. Okay, he working for State Farm Visa. State Farm is State Farm engineer. He's in Illinois. I have another son. He's currently study at UC Berkeley. Okay, and in computer science related field. So I don't know how to coach a student from the beginning part to advanced programming. Okay. So when you have some programming issue, you are welcome. You are welcome to contact me. Okay. Any question? So if no question, I'm about to finish today's talk. If you have any concern, you can voice out right now, okay? And I can answer you the whatever question you have, because this is the first time. So we usually students have not prepared too much question, or have not actually worked on anything so far. Okay, any questions so far? No?
No questions.
Okay, so if no question, enjoy the course, okay? And whenever you need help, let me know, okay? Okay, see you next week, okay? Bye-bye.
Thanks.
Yes?
I got a
Yeah,
question.
yeah, go ahead.
Are we gonna have this recorded?
Yeah,
Okay.
currently I'm recording it, and the video I'll try to post it within 1 or 2 days.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
Oh, it's gonna be fun.
Any other question? Okay, the past project, I'll try to find it, okay? Past project, successful project that people has before, I'll try to find it, okay? Any other question? Let me see any other question. Let me read
I
through.
actually thought of one for the class project. I know you said it's like completion stuff, but if let's say something doesn't work 100% correct on the project, is it still possibly 100%? Like your example of like C to Java, like hypothetically, if you get most of it done, but not
We
all
look
of
at
it.
the creativity,
Okay.
okay? Creativity is number 1. So you promise that you are going to launch a rocket to the moon, but you actually back out. That's okay.
Okay.
Okay, but you try your best.
All right. Thank you.
Okay.
I have one question before you leave.
Yes. Yes.
So we're just going to meet on Mondays.
Monday noontime.
Yeah, I thought that we met on Thursdays at 6, but we're only going to meet on Mondays.
We only meet on Mondays. The Thursday, since usually, I mean, the schedule, I don't know why it happens that wait, we look at our syllabus. There are so many locations of the syllabus, but here it should be Monday noontime. If you
Okay.
look at it, it's here, okay? But if you need some help, as I say, you can contact me through the Facebook link.
Yeah, I sent you a friend request, but
Yeah. Okay.
okay.
Just message me, and if your problem is really big, sometimes I will room you separately. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If you have a question, I can just type a few words to answer you, then I type. But if you really need to room me, maybe I'll room you if I have time. Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
And one more thing I need to talk about is that some student work on a proposal and he said that he's going to shoot a rocket to the moon. But later he decided that, okay, this is too big, something that I cannot finish. So turn project, he worked on something else. Is that okay? That's okay. Okay. It's okay that your proposal and your final result be different topic. Why this happen? Because when you write a proposal, you try your best to come up with idea, but later it may be proven that, hey, this is a dead end, you cannot finish it, right? So I'm okay that you change topic in the middle. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Any other question? Okay. If not, enjoy it. Okay. See you next week. Bye bye.
Thanks.
Bye bye.